Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take this Google logo and I want to make it a hyperlink so it'll go to the Google website. It's very easy to do. Now, to get the Google logo, all I did was copy and paste it in, or you can save it to your desktop and drag it in, and it will add it to your library. Anyhow, so here it is. First thing I need to do is make it a button. And to do that, I need to make it a symbol. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to scroll all the way down here, and I'm going to say convert to symbol. There we go. Now, in the past, we've done movie clips. But this time, we're going to make it a button. So I'm going to give it a name, Google logo. I'm going to make sure that it's button, not a movie clip. There we go. And I'm going to click OK. So what's the difference between a button and a movie clip? Well, I'm going to show you here. When I preview this by hitting Control Enter or Command Enter on the Mac, you can see that it's a button. I can now click on it and press it. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything, but we're going to change that very, very, very shortly. So, okay, let's see here. All right. In order to do that, we have to add a little action script, but don't worry, we don't need to know how to code or do any of that stuff. Adobe Flash has got it for us. They have code snippets, and it's right over there in the toolbar. I'm going to click on that, and this little window comes up, and you get all these different code snippets you can choose from. We're going to go to the actions, and it's going to be the very first one. Click to go to web page. All right, and I'm going to be double clicking that. Now, before you double click it, make sure that you have the correct symbol selected. And I'm going to double click it, and you're going to get this warning message. It says the selected symbol requires an instance name. An instance name is needed for the action script, which is the code that Adobe is going to create. So go ahead and click OK, and I'll show you what the instance name looks like in a moment. So I'm going to click OK. And when I do that, check this out. It gives you this really complicated looking script. Now, that's our instance name right there, button_1. And we could change it if we wanted to. Yeah, look at all this. It's pretty complicated. If you notice at the top, though, in gray, these are kind of instructions. It kind of tells you what this code does. And as you might notice is that it's going to take us to adobe.com, which we don't want to do. So we're just going to come here and we're going to type in Google. Well, if I spell it correct, there it is. There it is. And the blank part just means it's going to open a new web page. And now this HTTP, you have to have that stuff. So don't erase that. So let's close it here. And let's hit Control Enter. And let's see what happens. Oh, and there. And if I click on it, it opens up Chrome for me. And there it is. There. It worked just fine. Now I'm going to let's add a tween to it. Let's so it moves in. Now, before we've done it by right-clicking and adding a motion tween, which is fine. But Adobe has some really cool presets, and they're called motion presets, and they're right there below the code snippets. And you have default, and if you click on one, you'll see a little preview of what it looks like, which is pretty cool, of bouncing in 3D. Yeah, so I'm just going to click a few of them here so you can kind of see what they look like. You know, we can do all of these with our motion tweens and adding the blur and stuff. We can do all of that, but it takes a little bit of time. These are pretty common ones, and so Adobe just made them for us, which helps us out. Yeah, those are all pretty cool. I think I'm going to fly in from the left. There it is. So again, make sure the symbol is clicked on. And there it is. I'm just going to hit enter, and as you can see, it flies in from the left. But I don't want it to fly out the screen. I want it to fly into the screen. So I'm just going to drag using my selection tool. I'm just going to drag it to where I want it to be, and now I'm going to hit enter. Awesome. Let's preview it. Control enter. Oh, it looks like it works, but it just keeps looping. Well, we don't want it to loop. We want it to stop, right? So what I want to do is on this timeline, as you can see, we have an actions layer now. When it added the hyperlink, I'm going to make sure I'm on frame 24. I'm going to come up to code snippets. I don't want actions anymore. I know I'm going pretty quick here, but you can always go back. Okay, I'm going to go timeline and navigation and stop at this frame. And it just puts a stop in. Pretty handy, right? And so there's our URL, and there is our stop code. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and I'm going to preview it by hitting Control Enter or Command Enter on a Mac. And what should happen is it stops, and when I click it, it should take me to Google. There it is. And that's all there is to it. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.